Now we're working Cody in the round pen. Okay, there you go. Just teaching him to settle down and just transition between his gaits and not look away from us. Okay. Just like that. So when I ask him to walk, I ask him to stop. There you go. So my goal is now is just get him to where he'll walk this circle. All right, our next step is I've been working with Cody in hand, and really he's really making tremendous improvement. I'm very happy with how things are going today. So the next thing I want to do is explain to you all that when you hear me say things like let the horses teach you, this is what I mean right here. So I'm going to take my little milk jug here. I've got some stones I put in it. And we're going to let Cody tell us what we need to work on. And what it is are you sensitive to sound or are you sensitive to motion? Okay. Or are you sensitive to neither? Or both? Okay. So a lot of horses when I go like that, it tells me they're sensitive to sound. If I go like that with no sound, it tells me they're more sensitive to motion. So that kind of gives me direction on what I need to do. Well, I can tell you already that this horse has had a lot of this kind of work done. So, what I tell the folks I work with is when you're schooling horses and you're conditioning or preparing horses, you start out your day and you really don't know what you're going to do. You got to kind of let the horses teach you and let the horses lead the way. And what I like to tell people is take your horse today and challenge him. Find something that's a no and make it a maybe and then make it a yes. That no matter what you're doing today, we should find something where we can challenge this horse. So at this stage in the game, what we got to do is challenge him mentally, because we're training his mind before we are his body. So say if we're training a race horse or a sports or performance horse, he needs to maybe sometimes be challenged physically. Well, we're not there yet. So when we start challenging him physically, will be one day maybe when he's ridden to do different movements, riding, or different lead changes, or who knows what, just physical things mostly. So when I say train the horse's mind first, this is what I mean. So we're not desensitizing him. I want to make that point very clear. What we're doing is we're teaching him to manage his fear, okay? So if he's standing here like a zombie, it tells me he's been desensitized. And as you've probably picked up already, I don't like that term. So anytime we get him to follow us, anytime we introduce something, I'm going to get him to follow this. And then what I'm going to do, after I've done all that, I'm going to tie a little loop in this string right here. Okay. And I'm going to make it to where if things get a little rough, this will come off, all right? So it's still pressure and release. I have to be able to give him release. So I'm going to hook this to my lunge line, and I'm going to drag it beside him. Like that. Now we're making this look easy, but I've had this to where the horses go completely out of their minds. He got a little startled, but I had established control long before this with my rope. It started out this morning when I had him in my hands, softening his neck and jaw. If I would have started right here this morning, he would have took off and we'd have had a great big catastrophe on our hands. So like there, if you feel like he's a little bit cautious of it, I take my stick and I move it further away. See there? And he settles down. See how it's quiet? He got more relaxed when I moved it away. I take my stick, go a little closer. A little closer. But I didn't. Now we're just gonna master this in a walk, okay? Just take our time. We're gonna just let him kind of stand over top of it, like he's king of the jungle here a little bit. Okay? We're just gonna take a break.